Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So here's the first of two videos about the Great North Run, this year's Great North Run in particular. The first one's going to be about, it's 8 weeks to go, less than 2 months, what you should be doing, roughly, what to expect, how you should be feeling, a little bit of tips and hints here and there. Nothing too strenuous because at the end of the day it's your run. I don't want to dictate how you're training or how you're eating. It's just to give you some ideas of what to expect. The second video is going to be from a week to go of the Great North Run and what you should be expecting on the day, or maybe what you should be doing a week leading up to it, and roughly how it feels mile by mile. It's hard to put your finger on how to feel and what to expect from each mile because each person goes through each mile differently. I did, I'm pretty sure my friends who did it did, and everyone else who did it did also. That's a lot of dids. Did. Shut up, man. So yeah, 8 weeks to go, less than 2 months. The sign's on the bridge which confirms the Great North Run is just around the corner. And if you're a little bit worried, that's perfectly fine, don't worry about it. It's good to feel nervous. The best bit of advice to start off with is just don't panic. Like, just trust your running, trust your training, trust your diet. Don't change anything. My favourite saying is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So don't feel you need to change anything now between 2 months to go and 1 week to go, 1 day to go. Just don't panic and let everything flow. Just, calm as a cucumber. Calm as a cucumber. With that said, training, I think it's important that, as my Uncle Bob would say, if you can get to 10 miles or double digits for a run, then you should be okay to finish the Great North Run. And I firmly believe that. As long as you don't go diving, or you haven't been diving in straight into 6 miles from the start of the training program, you should be alright. But I do firmly believe that you need to get it to at least 10 miles, to have a comfortable and, enjoy the Great North Run for what it is, and to also finish it quite comfortably. Don't panic if you feel you're not going to run 10 miles. There's no harm in walking the Great North Run. I've walked it. I walked the Great North Run last year. I struggled last year. Did I feel let down? A little bit, but it happens. Don't worry. When I first started off the Great North Run training in 2014, what did it for me was I was in the middle of it, and I went and walked to the bridge with Emma. That's when we lived in Gateshead, and I seen the bridge for the 2014 millionth runner Great North Run. I got nervous, and it was just expected. But then from there, I don't really remember stressing over it or getting worried over it. That's what you should do. I mean, yeah, the nerves will jangle, the tweets are there. It should spice up the adrenaline levels, but you should just crack on with work, life, training, just get on with it. The real nerves shouldn't kick in until the night before. Well, I felt lucky enough that I had a training programme from Luke Adams, so cheers Luke for the last 2 training programmes for the Great North Run. And yeah, I started off at a low mileage. I started at 4 miles, and every weekend for the long run I would knock it up by 1 mile until I got to 10, 11, and then I'd come back down again. I was quite lucky enough to live in Gateshead from the 3 mile point onwards, so I could use that to run and get a feel for the course. It didn't exactly help because when it got to like the Black Bull bit, it was steep and I wasn't expecting it, so a thing that I had to learn. But I had a rough idea of what to expect in terms of the course. I didn't overdo it. There was a lot of speed work in there, there was long miles in there, had to be done. Did I enjoy it? Not always, but I did at the end when I had crossed the Great North Run line, you know what I mean? Then there's like gels and nutrition. If you could think about using them, now's the time to do it. Don't try and do it a week, 2 weeks before the Great North Run, or on the Great North Run, because there could be consequences, i.e. you could crap yourself, or if I'm putting it politely, you could need to go to the toilet out the blue and get stomach cramps and stitches and feel rubbish, and then your Great North Run could be over before it gets started. So if you're going to choose to try use training gels and running gels, I did at training runs, then use them between like now and 4 weeks to go. It's totally up to you, but don't do it before the Great North Run. Shoes, yeah. So if there's new folk out there running it, I can highly advise that you go and get a pair of running shoes within the next couple of weeks. Don't do what I did and leave myself to get these. It's the Nike Pegasus 32s. I did a review for them. I think I did it. No, that was the 32. What am I talking about? I left it quite late to get the Pegasus 31s. It's these right here. I left it with 4 weeks to go. Wasn't the best idea, if I'm honest with you. If you've got like 6 weeks to play with, get trainers in now. It means you can like break them in and get a feel for how they feel on your feet. If you try them on in the shop, you know if they feel right, or if there's any problems that develop during your training runs, you'll know to take them back. So you've got that window again, so you've got plenty of time to do so. If you live in the northeast, head to Star Fitness. They've got like a plethora of shoes out there for you to try. You can try them in store, you can get gait analysis as well. It's great, it's great. Get yourself to the shop if you live in the northeast, or if you can get time, go and pop up and see them. But it's great to get the shoes in now, before it's too late. If you can, it's a long shot. If you're not based in the northeast, it might be worthwhile trying to get up here for one weekend to run part of the course. It's just so you can get a feel for it. You know, it doesn't have to be the full course, it could just be like half the course. You know, you can get like a B&B at South Shields these days. You can run the course backwards. There's a park run there as well, which you can run part of the Great North Run, which is the last mile, I think it is, the new route. And lastly, enjoy training. Just enjoy it. I mean, you've got loads of time, I keep saying it, there's plenty of time. Just try not to panic. If you're crossing a bridge, if you're crossing a time bridge and you see that sign, use it as fuel. You know, use it as that burner to say, yeah, I'm going to get through the Great North Run. But try not to stress over it. You know, it's the worst thing you can do is to stress over the Great North Run. But honestly, you'll enjoy it. It is the best feeling when you get into some form of flow and rhythm. And that's it. That's the first of 2 videos done. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I've got some videos in the pipeline ready for you to go. One is an announcement which is coming very soon. It's not massive. It's just a little update. So thanks for watching, and I will see you later.